kick is a beauty. And a one-handed mark. Play on, says the umpire, falls the right way. And has put it through. And that is a ripping goal.
They're advancing on full forward. Delivery magnificent.
Burke wants a goal. So does the Saints. Here's a chance now for the Saints.
Well, welcome to another episode of Saints TV. Today we're coming to you from the now completed marketing offices of the St Kilda Football Club, so you might hear a few people working in the background, just going about their daily business, so keep that in mind when you hear the extra chatter. Well, it's an easy show to do today because we obviously did have a very good win against the West Coast Eagles and there are plenty of highlights to see, so we're going to have a look at them shortly, but just to keep in mind, we do have Aaron Hamill, the ever-reclusive Aaron Hamill. He will be joining us, so to be able to manage to get him to come and speak to us has been a tremendous effort, so we're looking forward to that later in the show. But for now, let's have a look at some of the highlights.
And away we go, the opening bounce at Colonial. Cox goes up and thumps it down. Opportunity for the Saints. Cripps drives it well inside the 50. Going back with great courage, Colliker got a fist on it. Hamill deep in the pocket. Shrugs a would-be tackler, gets it to Mill. 10 metres out, Mill, and he snaps. How's that for a start?
Two very talented players. Lenny Hayes had a great year. And this bloke's influence has been terrific. 7th touch.
Aaron Hamill, one of the real workers in AFL football. Everett been good in the game so far to Lowe. Crashes the pack. Only St Kilda players stand. Handball, Thompson to Hutchton. Goal! Saints are on fire! Attacking end for St Kilda. Everett working his way to the front of Cox. Tap over the back. Davis runs onto it. Shrugs the tackle. Gives it off to Mill. Thought about the handball. Now the right foot. Banana around the corner. The impossible. And he has nailed it. Milne has kicked 3. Look at the Saint players congratulating each other. Ball inboard. Hamill always presenting in the air. Davis just getting front and square at the moment. Milne in a one-on-one there with Colliker. Little nudge. Milne will come in and he'll kick goal number 4. No, he won't. Handball's over the top. Rewalt gets his second.
He's like a character out of Charles Dickens, isn't he?
He's a pickpocket, a little thief.
Cousins, fingertips to it, controlled it pretty well. Well done by the skipper. Kept his head. Banfield. No mark paid. Could have been. Hayes was there. Del Santo. 3-on-2. The Saints have got the numbers initially. Del Santo got it across. Hamill close to the boundary. What a wonderful kick. Boss. 3rd goal for Boss.
Well, it's time now for the injury report, and it wouldn't be a St Kilda football match unless we did have a few injuries. So, once again, there were a couple to come out of yesterday's game. Max Hutchton looks like he might have strained a hamstring and he's probably in doubt for the game against Brisbane, but should be back for the game after. Halves, although not a bad calf injury, probably just pulled up a little bit tight and decided to take the safe option and get off the ground. So, he's a chance for Brisbane, but more than likely after the break as well. And Nick Rewalt, who's just cut his eye and will be fine for the Brisbane game. Some of the longer-term injuries, Heath Black, once again, after the bye, we expect him to come back. Justin Gazitsky and Fraser Garrick are both looking like they might return after the bye as well, so fingers crossed with that, because if you put those two back into the team, well, it really does look for an exciting side. So, a few players coming back, but once again, we always do seem to lose a couple, but we're hoping they're not too serious this time round. And after the bye, we might almost be back at full strength, so let's keep our fingers crossed for that one. Well, it's time now to speak to some of the people who do actually do some work up here. We've got with us the captain of the Old Zaverians Amateur Football Club, Lockie Ford. Lockie, how are you?
Very well, thanks, Tomo.
Good to see your desk is a little bit messy. You got a bit on?
Yeah, a bit of work at the moment. A few changes down here in the staffing, and so we're sort of trying to work with all the workload. Going well at the moment.
And the new officers, they seem to be going well?
Very well built by Lowy. He's done a good job. So yeah, everyone's happy with it at the moment.
I actually thought the walls were a little bit crooked, but anyway. Now you're going to talk to us about the St Kilda Community Cup. Can you tell us what that event is and when it's going to be played?
I can indeed. The St Kilda Community Cup's being played on the 7th of June down here at Moorabbin. It's in conjunction with obviously the Saints and the Amateur Association and the Southern Footy League. We encourage everyone to get along, and all Saints members actually get free admission to the ground. So we encourage you to get here. Great spectacle, and obviously the Yamos will give the Southern League a touch-up.
Well, don't try and tell me we don't get the scoops down here on Saints TV. Aaron Hamill, he's finally joined us. Get his head on the TV. So, mate, good win yesterday.
It was a great win, Andrew. It was good for the younger boys, and that's what footy's about, and it was good for Rex and Dale. So, 3 in a row now.
That's what we're looking for. Now, there's been a bit of a word that maybe you don't go hard enough at the ball. No, it's just sensational. The pressure put on the forward line, and your own form was great after having a couple of weeks off.
Oh well, you certainly never take this game for granted, Andrew. Being out for 2 was pretty disheartening, but it's good to get back with the boys and play a small part in bringing home the 4 points.
And a couple of big grabs, and we'll probably see some highlights of that in Tomo's player of the day later. Aaron getting about 84 feet in the air, so that was my player of the day. I've never actually managed to get on my own player of the day, but we're hoping to do that in the future. Now, Aaron, I've got a couple of questions for you.
Hit me, Andrew.
10 quick questions with Aaron Hamill. Your favourite holiday spot?
I loved Monte Carlo.
Of course. It'd suit you down to a T, wouldn't it?
No. That was I've been to a couple of places, but that was a good spot.
What about Brazil?
Rio was great, yes.
Very good.
That's 2 questions.
It is. We're 8 to go. Now, what kind of car do you drive?
I drive a car, but it's not mine, a BMW. Andrew, as you are aware, you wanted me to say that, didn't you? Yeah.
Well, you might as well give them a plug. They're giving you a car for a little while. It's very nice of them.
Yes, my ears bright and get down there and see Jeff and Karen.
Very good. It does, of course, suit Aaron, the BMW, as well. Now, your favourite hairdresser? You might as well, mate, give him a plug because you won't be needing one for much longer.
Thanks, Andrew. Just a guy, Paul Danzy, who I've been going to for a while when I was at Carlton.
Sam Newman doesn't go to?
Not that I'm aware.
Favourite restaurant?
Nova, Brunswick Street.
Very good. And in a pickle, of course, where the Saints boys tend to go a lot. How many questions is that?
5.
Is that another question?
Yes, 6.
Right. Now, you do tend to enjoy your trips. You got any plans for the end of the year?
I'll probably go on just a small safari for a week, I guess, but just depending on what the boys are doing with the footy trip, etc. But definitely get away somewhere, Andrew.
Very good. And what else can we plague your mind questions with? I don't know. Is that a question? That was not even a question. Where do you live?
North of the Yarra, unlike yourself and most of the guys in Northcote at the moment. But
you'd be looking to move fairly shortly, wouldn't you?
I'll probably move down this way eventually. Yeah.
And what can you say about the future, just to be a little bit more serious for the Saints? We certainly look like we're starting to find a little bit of form, and you mentioned some of the young kids just earlier in the interview. You can obviously see some bright spots in the not too distant future.
Yeah, look, we got Fraser to come back and Heath Black, and I guess you can throw Cozzy in that mix. We're pretty potent once we get everyone up and running, and the midfield's on fire at the moment with your good self and Lenny, and it was a shame that Harves got back, and we get Aussie back. So the latter part of the year looks pretty promising.
And I do have one more question. Favourite TV show?
Friends.
Not The Great Outdoors?
Used to be, but not anymore.
Right. Aaron Hamill, superstar, legend of the game. And just fantastic to have him back in the fantastic to have him back in the team. Thanks for joining us, Aaron Hamill. Well, as I mentioned, we're not going to preview the game because it hasn't been too successful for us in the past. So I'm now joined by Todd Martin. Todd, how's the French Open going?
Am I still going? Am I still in? I don't know.
No, seriously, you've got a bit of a bone to pick with Alistair Lynch. He seemed to think you were looking a little over the hill.
Yeah, he thought I was looking a little bit older than I actually am. So we got a message from Alistair that I hope you watch this, but we're going to get you on the weekend. I said, you've burgled games your whole career. You've stolen games because you can run fast and jump. And this is payback time. The Saints are coming to get you.
Well, there you go, Alistair Lynch. And apparently he's been getting stuck in a Bundy on the could have been champion. So, Bundy, you just got back at him. Let's hope he doesn't kick a bag against us.
Let's hope not.
Thanks, Bunny. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. Well, it's been 2 weeks now since we've spoken to a coach about how we're going to beat the opposition, and we've won both games. So we're going to keep it like that. We're not going to speak to the coach. We're going to go straight to Tomo's Player of the Day. And as I mentioned when I was speaking to Aaron Hamill, he has made it to Tomo's Player of the Day, and he took a sensational mark in the last quarter. So that's the one we're going to go with today. But I think we might also just have to put in Spider Everett's goal in the first quarter, the left foot snap. So we're going to go with 2 players of the day. Let's have a look at them.
So Braun from the wing down towards the attacking 50, in from the side. Wonderful mark, Hamill. Wow. Del Santo back to Hamill, breaks a tackle 55 metres out, got it away. Judd dropped the mark, couldn't believe his good fortune. Down he goes, play on's the call, picked up by Davis, got it out of there, it was a hot one. Fletcher couldn't control it, in comes Spider, Kerr is a jockey. Spider's got it again, slaps it on the boots. How about that? 2 great goals for the Saints.
Well, that's all we've got time for on Saints TV this week. Remember, up against Brisbane Lions at the Gabba on Sunday, so make sure you try and watch that one if you can't get along to it. Hope you've enjoyed the show this week, and remember to tune in the same time next weekend. See you then.